I was not expecting to make a video on Sicario. I wanted to make a video on The Nice Guys instead. I watched this first, and then I watched The Nice Guys. I was more excited to watch this one, so I wanted to review this one first, but no. Sicario really surprised me. At first, I thought it's like I had no idea what it was. I didn't even know it was a Denis Villeneuve film. I didn't even know who Denis Villeneuve was at the time. Even when I watched Prisoners, I'm like, this is a good movie. Right when it says directed by, I like looked away. I don't know. I don't look at who directed by in movies. I'm starting to now. So that's a thing. So Sicario, at first I don't know why I thought it was like overrated. Like a lot of people like it, so that means like it's really good or really slow. I don't really know. I love the Blu-ray cover art. Why aren't all Blu-rays like this? Why are Blu-rays so boring like this? Like, what is that? That is... No. The worst offender is Transformers Blu-ray. This sucks so much. Like, that's nothing. That's like nothing. It's not even blue! DVDs have more detail than that, mostly. But that's the one thing I love about the Blu-ray. When the first explosion happened in the house, they weren't kidding. Look, it was like skipping or something. I don't know. Would not play. Oh, okay. This did play. Oh no, this did play, but thankfully. But I should mark it down for skipping because they found something in the basement of like the outside shed, and then it cuts to like dusty Emily Blunt's on the ground. I'm like, what just happened? And my dad's like, oh, there was an explosion because he's seen it before. He's like, oh, it was an explosion. Why did the Blu-ray have to skip in that specific part? Why not skip in like the hours of like mountain views or whatever? That's one thing No, I'm not gonna say streaming services are better. No, I'm never gonna say that. But that's one thing I don't like about physical media is that they can be easily damaged, which you have to be careful and precision. Unless it's a very boring and bad movie, you don't have to care about it. I love you, Blu-ray. So, out of the way, I'm sorry, I had to rant real quick. It was great. Okay, not spoiler, but one thing a character did around the end, that I'm like, oh my god, he did it. But it's not necessarily the greatest thing he did. Like, I thought he was gonna not do what he did, but I kind of felt deep down he was, but I'm like, no, it's a movie. He's not gonna do it. Oh my god, he did do what I didn't think he'd do, but truthfully did think he'd do. So that came as a huge surprise. Um, then again, it kind of makes sense why he wouldn't mind doing what he did. Um, Before doing it to the bad guy, because it did happen to his let's just say family member. So I'm like, I'm kind of conflicted. I love that scene because it was so suspense. Denis Villeneuve knows how to create suspense. With Arrival and again Sicario, Prisoners, he has not made a bad film from what I saw so far. I feel so bad for Enemy because that's his like most forgotten film I think, and I keep on forgetting I have it. I genuinely forgot, just like left my mind that I have it, that I have to watch it. So, oh yeah, I bought True Romance, so I own that one now, and I have The Village. So the first M Night Shyamalan movie people will dislike. I've never seen a bad Shyamalan movie with the exception of Signs. So Signs is good, which is very, 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 very boring, and I had no interest in it except for that Joaquin Phoenix, like watching the alien scene. That was the only thing I liked about it. Besides the point, Denis Villeneuve knows how to create suspense. This I think is his most suspenseful yet. I still really want to rewatch Prisoners, but this one really kept me like on my edge of my seat. I almost fell out of my seat. That's how much I was like suspense. He's not. I don't think he's a good, particularly good. He would be a particularly good action movie person, especially with Dune. Um, I heard. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really say. I imagine it is very good, like psychologically, like deep meanings and metaphors. I hate that kind of movie. I respect it, but I really hate it because I can't connect that. I can't connect the dots with like metaphors or whatever. That's why I really dislike right now the Tree of Life. It's just a bunch of metaphors. I don't know. I don't get it. That's why this man knows this Arrival and Prisoners are more like I can understand like surface level, and I love the surface level stuff. But imagine if I knew how to like metaphorically depict, analyze, or whatever. I would love these films even more. This is like a great surface level film and a great mental film with like the theme of um what it crosses the line between good and evil because no one is a good guy in this movie. No, absolutely no one. Because both sides are doing bad things. So no one's a good guy in the movie. Like how much is it to cross the line between good and evil or whatever? So I like that. I like that kind of. I like that a lot. Yeah, I like Sicario quite a bit. I don't think it's my favorite Denis Villeneuve film. I think I like it. Okay, Prisoners, Sicario, Arrival. They're all great still. But yeah, go check out Arrival. I mean, so yeah, check out Arrival, but check out Sicario as well.